Hello Facebook, is Reid and Huckle from readaboutsex.com, and it's our time for our walk. And I'm late today because I was super busy getting a bunch of stuff ready for Sex Geek Summer Camp, which is coming up in less than 30 days. And I'm actually going to take you on a walk in the other direction from where I usually go, because I want to show you these cool murals. And I just want to do something new. So there's some cool murals. And today I want to talk about, because I just got home, as you sign on, say hi. Where are you signing in from? I see Sunny Megatron from Chicago, although Sunny could be at large somewhere in the world, you never know. Oh, hi Sunny. Say hello to Ken for me. Okay, so I just got back from a bunch of retreats, and ooh, you know what, maybe tomorrow I'll take you for a walk on the train tracks. There's trains over here. You can sneak onto the train tracks and try not to get hit. Distracted, but now I'm focused. I just got back from a bunch of retreats, teaching at a bunch of retreats, and there's something that's really interesting when you go to experience like a deep dive kind of a festival or a weekend workshop, or you know, like something more than 2 hours long, where you're like really doing deep work, maybe super vulnerable work, maybe having like these huge ecstatic experiences because maybe you've never given yourself permission to go to a big powerful retreat. So it might be your first time and you don't know what that's like, and so you surprise yourself with your vulnerability and the awesomeness that you know, of you like challenging yourself to grow and to be vulnerable. And then during this really deep work, you meet somebody who's also doing the deep work, who's challenging himself, who's being vulnerable, and you're doing all these intimacy exercises and things like that, and you're like connecting with people, and you're being brave and courageous. It's scary, but it's rewarding. And then all of a sudden, you're connecting with people really, really deeply for several days at a time. And you know, at some of these retreats or festivals, maybe it's appropriate and you have sex with somebody, or you just bond with them really deeply spiritually. And then all of a sudden you're having this experience of you knowing this person. It's like they're your soulmate, and you're just like re-anchoring these deep, brave experiences. I'm gonna get a little noisy because it's kind of by the highway, but there's this cool mural I want to show you. So there's, you know, you're like the next day, you're vulnerable, you're connecting, your souls are touching, you're having these ecstatic human experiences, and then maybe that night you guys have crazy, amazing sex. Maybe it's a sex, you know, tantra kind of a thing, and you're practicing all the skill sets, and you're dumping all this oxytocin and these endorphins, and you're being courageous and brave, and somebody's really seeing you because they're connecting and practicing being present, and you're just like, oh my God, I've never felt this way before. Like, this is amazing, this is so deep, I feel like I've known you my whole life, maybe past lives, and I think we're soulmates. And then you go home, and you feel really sad because the event ended, and you're missing that person that you connected with, and you fell in love with, and bonded with, and touched souls with. And then the next weekend, you rent a U-Haul, and you drive cross-country with all your stuff, and you move in together. And it's all because you feel like you've known this person your entire life. And I'm here to tell you, it's not that I don't believe in soulmates. I'm just saying, as somebody who coaches a lot of people in relationships where they met at Burning Man, which is coming up soon, or at some retreat, that maybe, just maybe, this person that is your soulmate, that you feel like you've known your entire life, is because they remind you of your parents. And that's why you know them, because they have patterns or things that your parents have, and that is why you've known them your whole life, because they are basically a stand-in for your parental issues, and you're trying to do a redo with them. You want to get it right this time, and that's why you feel like you've known them your whole life. And I'm just saying, this is my opinion. I'm not a therapist, nor do I play one on television or the internet. But I think your parental issues are best dealt with your parents, if they're still alive, and if they're not, in a workshop, and maybe in therapy across the board. Go take a family constellation workshop. Go get some therapy, like professional listeners. I'm a big proponent of professional listeners, and work on completing whatever unresolved family stuff you might have for yourself, and then see if that person from the retreat is still alluring to you, if they're still your soulmate. I just think that personal relationship space, intimate space, is where we should really be playing cheerleaders and supporting each other, rather than kind of going and mistakenly playing therapists for our intimate folk. And again, like, you can be a good friend. Maybe you're already in a relationship and you're realizing, holy crap, they're my dad or they're my mom. But you can stop being therapist and start being the cheerleader that your partners really need. And if you have some unfinished family business, then take a workshop and finish it, so that you will have even more available for the people in your life that you love. And you know, it's just a hunch. I've seen it happen over and over again with people in relationships, and not a lot of people talk about that kind of thing. So I just want to talk about it today, because I think it's useful. And if that person is still, you know, really truly is your soulmate, they will be your soulmate forever. Like, you're not going to lose your soulmate if you need to go take 2 months or 6 months and do some therapy. You're not going to lose your soulmate if, I think, your mileage may vary. I mean, maybe you lose them, maybe they stop being your soulmate. If they stopped being your soulmate, or were they your soulmate to begin with? I don't know. But that was the thing I wanted to talk about today on our little walk later in the day here. And again, like, if you're in a relationship already, it's not bad. I've dated plenty of people who, early on, who reminded me of my mom and dad in the bad ways. Like, you can have people who share things with your parents and with your family members. And ooh, look at that one. It's a good mural. You can have people in your life who remind you of your folks, but have it remind you of the good stuff, not all the bad bullshit that you went through as a child that you're trying to get a redo on, that you're trying to have a take two and get it right this time. I just think that that's way more useful to work on when you want to work at that in a workshop or therapy or something like that. So maybe this is a preview for tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll crawl over, or not over, but under the fence here, and we'll go take a walk along the train tracks, and we'll do that tomorrow. That'll be fun. And then there's plenty of room over there. There's plenty of places to walk where I'm not going to get hit by a train, so don't worry. It's all going to be fine. But that'll be exciting. So that's the video for today. I hope it landed on you all in a really good way. I'm not judging anybody about the family stuff, but I see a lot of that happen in relationships, and even if you're in a relationship like that, you can go get the tools to communicate your wants, needs, and desires, and just have a better relationship while you support each other in working through the stuff that you need to work through, so that you can really show up for each other and not be reliving weird family patterns or mommy and daddy issues or things like that. And if you're curious about these kinds of things, in the fall, in October, I'm going to be doing a 3-day retreat down in between Los Angeles and San Diego, the weekend right before Halloween. And there will be a costume party. And as soon as I get done with some of my camp stuff, I will start promoting officially the weekend retreat. And if you want some free videos on relationships right away, then you can go to relationship10x, the number 10x, .com, and get some free videos, and also learn about a 6-week online course. So that's it. What do you think about the soulmate idea? And sometimes the soulmates and how you feel like you've known them your whole life is because they're reminding you of your folks. Leave a comment. I want to know what you think. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.